Hello and welcome everybody. Today I'm going to go through the process of this artwork, which most of you have seen on my shorts. This is my original character, Mr. Deus. I felt like doing a new lower third for my videos, so I am going to take you through the process. I first started with a pencil sketch from a reference I got on Pinterest, which looks like this, and I will link it down below. After I'm done sketching, I usually upload it to the cloud and then download it and put it into Clip Studio Paint. Once I bring it into Clip Studio Paint, I usually just use the default G pen, nothing fancy. It's pretty standard. No modifications to it at all. And as you can see here, I do flip the canvas, just to make sure that it looks the same when you flip it. That's always a rule of thumb when working digitally. Fortunately, you can't do it traditionally unless somebody has a way, I don't know. But yes, from then on I switched between a few brush sizes. I went from 25 to 17 in this case. You will see at some point I will duplicate the artwork, shift it a little bit to the right just to make a bit of some small changes that I feel could benefit the artwork. It's not always perfect when you sketch it out, right? Here we're doing the arms. That is meant to be a wristband, but you'll see later on it does change. Design does change as you go, right? My line work isn't the cleanest, but I do try. Over here on the pants, you'll see I make another copy. I think, yes, I do. And I pull that over because I want to add a bit more volume to the shorts. And then I'll start to add in his leg. Make a few little changes here and there. There we go. Add his socks, and these shoes I decided to go with Jordans. I think he would love to wear Jordans. Which kid doesn't love to wear Jordans? I mean, I don't have a pair, but we won't go there. So they were Jordans. They're not 100% exactly looking like Jordans, but somewhere close to it. See here, I bring in the ruler just so that I can get the bottom of the, right shoe, just level enough so that it makes sense, so it's not going straight and in another direction. Add the laces, not too many. Let's see, from then on I go to the other side and add the side of the shoe, make a few adjustments using the lasso tool. Again, testing out the brush, adding more laces, and the side of the shoe. Gotta zoom in a little bit just to erase some of the lines, and more erasing here. Again, you can see my lines are not completely as efficient as a professional would have. We're getting there. It's a slow process. Adding a few adjustments to the shorts. This is where I check which of the copies of the sketch I would align better with the hair, so then I move back and forth between them and I start making some of the strands of the hair. Now this next part, unfortunately, I forgot to press record, and you'll see there's like a cyan shell of like sort of the shape of the glasses that I wanted. The reference I used was from Blenders. They make very cool sunglasses, so that's what I used as a reference. You can use whatever you feel comfortable with. Then after I made the basic line, I made a copy the shape of the glasses and just erased whatever was unnecessary, lowered the opacity, erased, made more lines, and there you go. There we lens of the glasses. Flip the canvas again and adding the hairline, adding the eyebrows, but very thick eyebrows. Making some adjustments there. I think you saw I flipped it, used the same eyebrows and just flipped it over, and then added his beauty spot, which is on top of his left eye. Okay, so I was not happy with what I had done, so I erased it and started all over again. Nothing wrong with it. That's the beauty about working digitally, right? Added a few strands, a few hairs that do stick out. A lot of layer ordering, and please remember to either number or give your layers names, otherwise you'll get lost and forget, like I do most of the time. So here I brought in a picture, I think it was from iStock, of like these Japanese clouds in vector, and I just simply traced over these. I was in a bit of a hurry and I didn't want to keep the original design because that came from a shirt that I also found on Pinterest. So I thought maybe a cloud would suit him better. Nice little graphic. Made a few adjustments, use the liquify tool, which you can find both in Clip Studio Paint and in Photoshop. And then added the skin. Now, well, the skin color. We're at the section where I add color, and there are plenty of easier ways to add color using the line art, but I know some of my lines aren't closed, and part of me is going to make a bigger mess, so I go with the lasso tool individually. Mark the sections I want deleted and delete them. It is time consuming. There is, once again, a lot more easier ways to do this. For instance, if you're doing a comic, this is too time consuming. It'll take a long time if you've got multiple pages. But in between, you will see I will come in and either erase or add color because I've cut it out, and also this layer is on top of the skin because it's the hair, so sometimes there might be edges that will run over into the skin that shouldn't be there. And for the color palette, I actually used Adobe Color, which again linked down below. There's a lot of things you can do there. I haven't given it enough exploration. I just wanted something quick. And also I like to use a tool called just color picker, I think it's called. I've been using it for so long, and it makes it easy for me to pick up colors online or anywhere on my screen and just copy and paste the code, and we're good to go. Really, really a great tool. Doesn't use a lot of computer resources. So here you can see I changed the color of the shirt because I felt like green didn't really go very well with the look I wanted for day use. You'll see I'll make a lot of changes, what I feel is necessary for the character. And of course his attitude, right? Black pants I thought would go really well with the yellow. And of course the end of the shorts have a nice little lighter color to them, like a light gray. Again, going in and removing the color very slowly. And here I made a different design choice. This was meant to be just a wristband, and halfway through I thought, you know what, it will be cool to make this a glove instead. So I made it a glove. Now I am coloring in the lens of the glasses. They're two different colors, cyan and it is magenta. And just using the blend tool either blend or blur. Just smushing it all together makes a nice color. Those colors match really well together. Cutting the edges of the frame of the glasses. And here I'll add like a gray, like a mid-tone gray, and use, I think you'll see I'll use multiply to make it just a little bit darker. Oh wait, this is the reflection, so I used overlay. And of course I wanted to do the same thing on his shoes. Also picked like a color between purple and a blue. Again with the lasso, and I think I used either the blur or the blend tools, which you find in Clip Studio Paint, just to mush the colors together. I believe it's called tie-dye nowadays. There you go, I used the blur, erase, going through the sections I do not want to keep, adding the soles of the shoes. Nice light color. I think I do. Do I change? I think I do change it. Like I said, these shoes aren't exactly to the look of Jordan's, but something close to it. And again, just ordering the layers correctly. And now I add just a darker skin tone to add shadow. Again, nothing fancy, and I use the blur just to soften the edges up where there's softer, where the light sort of blends a little bit more softly. A few little highlights here and there, nothing too dramatic. Adding the shadows of the hair. This is I made the background darker so that I could see the black color of the hair correctly, because the light sometimes it gets in the way, it blinds me. So it's better sometimes just to change the color of the background just so you can work a little better. So this is a technique that I learned a while back. You would blend and then use the eraser tool, and it gives you strands, gives you like these thin strands of hair almost. This is done a little bit in a rush, so it's not as perfectly as I would like it to be, but it will do for this one. And again, using a lighter color just to highlight where the light would hit the hair, the different sections of the hair. Again, not 100% correct, but in a bit of a hurry. Give that glove some shadow. Again, blur. Blur is a lot safer to use than blend, I find, but I do go between both tools. You'll see I do sort of second guess the shadow on the shirt, and I'll blend it in, and I'll come in and erase some bits, give it shadows where I think folds are in a shirt that big, and then blend the areas that aren't hit with sharp shadows. Of course, this little graphic is more of like it's got a plasticky feel, so it'll get a nice little highlight shine just now. And I add shadows to the frames because I'd forgotten that. Love to the socks. How many of you have lost these in a washing machine? And then I add a gray color over the shoes, set it to multiply, and just blend it in so it gives it a shadow without actually having to add all the various colors to make a shadow. It's a nice little trick. Adding a little bit of highlight to the shoes, shadows to the soles. And this is the final piece of Deus. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and making it to the end of the video. I hope this was informative for you. If you would like to know anything else about my process, please do let me know. Otherwise, we will see each other again soon.